Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin Impact live stream. Has been this wonderful Saturday. I've been having a great day. I'll be coming better to watch my live stream. Okay. Originally I wasn't even sure if I would be streaming today, but here we are. Which I thought I might go to a convention that was like semi-nearby. Decided against it. There wasn't anything like super interesting. It wasn't like bad. If it was like walking distance I would have gone. But I still need to take the train. Will like half an hour or something to get there. Bit much of a pain. And instead I could play Pokemon Leaf Green and beat the Elite Four. Very nice. It was a tough challenge actually. Okay, yeah, it seems like I've already done all the anecdotes. Unfortunately, they stopped appearing. There weren't that as many as back in Luna 1, unfortunately. Okay, let's start with dailies. We'll start with dailies, then do my artifact route ASAP. I mean, ASAP would be like doing it right now, but I don't need to be that fast. But I'll be streaming Genshin 3 days in a row again. This was a cool daily back in the day, the ship counting one. You ask the kiddos about how many ships they've seen, and they all give you like vague answers. You try to like get it all. No boats came in or went out yesterday morning. Two boats came in yesterday at lunchtime. So two came at lunchtime. No boats came in or went out yesterday evening. So 2 boats came in, 0 boats have left. Throughout the entire day. Two boats entered. That sounds about right. Nice. This is like the good kind of a daily quest, where it makes sense that it's repeating, and there is some variety in it. The kiddos actually give you different info every time you do this quest. It's like, this is how you do a daily quest. There is a little like puzzle. It's slightly different, it makes sense why it's repeating. Because the girl is just... that's her job, but she's lazy. So that's why she constantly asks you to count the ships for her, or ask the kiddos about the ships. Bonk. Get horsed on. My classic crystal flower spot. Back in the day, I would be here like every day at this location. Or almost every day, because I would gather the daily crystals that spawn around this place. Oh, this bird just exploded. So I would gather crystals around this place very often. And that was my main source of crystal flies. Ouch. Ouch.
さっきの話の続きだが、この傷はボレアスと戦った時のものでな。老いた狼とはいえ、切られたら超痛かったぞ。 攻めるやつも攻められる俺も吠えまくってな。こっちは魔女界の試練を受けた時の傷だ。
The thing about his scars.
普通の人間が何かを守り抜くためには全てをかける覚悟が必要なんだ。最強の北風騎士ってのはこうして生まれたわけさ。
So he was talking how one of the scars he got while fighting Boreas, and another one was from a witch challenge. And he was saying how regular people have to be ready to put their life on the line to protect stuff they care about and stuff like that. You know, unlike gods and witches and stuff like that, he's just a guy. One of the strongest just guys there are, for sure, but he's just a guy. Although I guess he is like powered up by Boreas at least slightly. Like his weapons are Boreas powered. And even he himself was Boreas powered in his own quest. Although that was more of a debuff than a buff. No, 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 no. Here we are. Okay. Let me heal up. Claim daily rewards and then we will grab artifacts. Might as well go to Liyue, because that's where we are. Whoop. Bounced off the roof. The Traveler skin outfit and the Varka outfit actually go kinda well together. I just noticed the one model switch to the other. So let's go here. Team fast. Double check that I have lost players here. I don't have any reason to take it off recently, but you never know. Sometimes I will switch it out to do like a DPS test with Clay or something. Forgot to put it back in. It has happened before. And I was running with a suboptimal Varesa. And I only noticed, I didn't even really notice the movement speed diff, because it's very minor when I already have so much. I already get 10% from Anemores and 10% from Chiori. And she's just very fast by base with her run. So the extra 10%, it's nice. Speed it up by a couple seconds maybe. But it's not like noticeable without like a point of reference. What I noticed, however, was my damage being absolutely garbage. I just couldn't kill any enemy, and I noticed I have Dodoko tails. The Mora was chasing me. Oh, ornamental fish. I have enough time to take a little detour here. This one, right? Perfect distance. Casting the line is the hardest part of the fishing minigame in Genshin. Because you have to go close enough that the fish notices it and starts swimming towards it. But not too close, because then they just like start swimming randomly around. And it's very annoying. And it doesn't like lose you the fish, but it loses you a lot of time. The little minigame afterwards is very simple. Oh, come on. Hello, Chaska, can you just pick up the investigation spot? Normally I run around with Baressa. Whenever I'm not flying. Just switch to Baressa because her base running speed is faster. I stayed on Chaska and was a mistake. Love the music here. We need a rhythm game map of this. Pretty sure we don't have one yet, right? Yeah, this came like after the final map. Wait, did it? After final map for Nod-krai. For Natlan rather, and then the next map we got was Nod-krai. Let's say that's correct. That sounds good. Or did we get the latest Natlan maps after Nod-krai already came? Shoot, maybe. Maybe it was like Luna 2 or something. Hello? Did not want to press E again there. Right? Like my instinct is always to go left there, but the correct one is right. It just feels a bit wrong to go to exit to right though. Okay, let's go to Fontaine now. I started really early today, so I don't need to be in a hurry or anything. I'll just be able to start at like 8:30 tomorrow, then at 9:30 2 days from now. Okay, over to Natlan round 2. Mainland Natlan. For the sus doggo spots. Because originally when you are here for the first time, you see a little dog and he leads you to a cave full of artifacts. And like, maybe there are some chests there as well. But there's also a hilly chair, and yeah, the dog is still here. And it's like, why did you lead us to a hilly chair? It was a trap. And this is a very sus dog. Where's Divan? Here. Okay, bam. Inazuma. Oop. Okay. Over to Goseki village. Kill the Patui lady. For no good reason, honestly. But at least I will never lack the prisms. Because I grab them every day. Same with these mods. These Fatui emblems. I'm pretty sure I have like run out of them once in the past. Like I used to have a lot. Then I kinda fell off. And now we should be chill again. Because of how many of them I kill every day. I mean, I kill like 3 of them, which is not that many, but it's every day. It adds up. Every day I stream Genshin. Which is most days of the week. Like 3 to 5 days per week. I would say I stream Genshin. It was more back when Nod-krai came out. I did like a full 2 weeks, I think, of Genshin streams only. Might have been just a week. I don't remember actually. It was actually supposed to be like an experiment as well. Like if I did a full week of only Genshin streams back when Nod-krai came out, and I would get like a increase in viewership from that. And I don't even mean, wow, suddenly I have 50 viewers. No, like, you know, going from 5 viewers per stream to 7 or something. If there was a positive trend in my viewership, I would have possibly pivoted to only Genshin streams, but yeah, there was like no difference. Don't plunge here, because we only want to go down 1 floor. Be careful when grabbing this spot, because if you go too far, if I go like over here, I would mess up the investigation spots in this location. Everything here will disappear. Maybe even this one, but these ones definitely. Hello, Kaiba Corpa. Take a 1-day break from Genshin tomorrow. Yeah, no. I do, even when I don't stream Genshin, I do play it every day, actually. But when I don't stream it, it's just like, you know, I do dailies. So I don't extensively play Genshin every day, or I don't stream Genshin every day. Sometimes I stream Star Rail or Zenless. But I do play Genshin every day. Oh, here. Oh, we are coming up to a huge milestone. 1993 days active. This is not every single day since release, because I did not start day 1. I started like a week or 2 in. You can actually see when you started. If you go to Character Archive and go all the way down to Amber. It's the 6th of October 2020. So it's like 2 weeks after the game came out. So actually, day 1 players who play every single day already hit 2k days. I'm like 2 weeks behind. So yeah, in Genshin I am a bit of a fraud, because I did start slightly late. In Star Rail and Zenless though, every single day. And I also log in every day in those games. 2 weeks behind, get a quit. In Zenless it's like 670 days or something. In Star Rail, probably about 1,000 or so. Actually, maybe we have the 1,000 days milestone recently and I didn't even notice. Battle records. That's the only, like, if you want to check anything useful on Hoyolab, it's always just battle records in every game. They are in a different spot every time, but yeah, battle records. That's all that there is. So 927 days active in Zenless, 1,062 in Star Rail. Yeah, so I missed the 1,000 days, I think. Unfortunate. At least gotta hit the 2k. Wait, is it gonna be April Fools? No. A bit early. Paid streamer? Unfortunately, no. I used to be like a slightly like there used to be streamer benefits even for small streamers, because you can be partnered with Hoyo, and then you get like bigger benefits. But even smaller streamers, you would just get in-game currency for streaming. It was best done in Genshin. In Genshin, you just inputted your info at the start of the patch, and at the end of the patch, if you met all the like requirements, you'll just get like 20 pulls sent your way or something. In Zenless and Star Rail it was worse, because it was actually like some daily check-in event with limited rewards, and then the entire, all the streaming categories would be dominated by AFK bots, and everybody would rather watch those AFK bots with a black screen and their category set to Star Rail than an actual stream. That was really sad. It actually made it harder to grow as a streamer in Star Rail and Zenless. But everything stopped. I'm happy that those like check-in streaming events stopped, because those were absolutely horrible. But the Genshin ones were good. We just put some info at the end of the patch, got some pulls. And also at the same time, those were the days where my stream was the most popular. I would even sometimes get donations from viewers. Now the stream is kinda dead. Kinda barren. But I'm still here. Reliability has always been the thing I value the most. And like consistency. Okay, final spots. I can note down that I finished 22 minutes past 8. Okay, early enough that I don't even have to remember. Okay. You value gacha addiction as well. I just like live service games, you know? Before the gacha games I would just play Hearthstone every day, or League of Legends every day, or almost every day. I don't only play live service games. I like different games as well, but I do like having something to come back to. And I especially like when on most days I just like come in for a quick round of artifact grinding or something, and then like sometimes I have a bit more story to do and stuff like that. I appreciate it, because like in League of Legends, only thing you can do is play a game, and sometimes it's too much, sometimes I don't feel like playing a game, which is fine. But in Genshin there's always something to do when I log in, whether it's like small or big. Never Hearthstone, you got Legend. I used to be like top 5 legend on Wild at one point. I would grind all night playing, I think it was like Death Rattle Hunter? Like mid-range Death Rattle Hunter with Deathstalker Rexar. That was pretty cool. And I battled some legendary players. CPU, I think, was like the wild goat back in the day. So I did match against him a couple times. I mean, it was wild. It was EU wild. So there weren't that many players. It was like the lowest hanging fruit at that time. But still, yeah. I think I had screenshots of like where exactly I was, but I don't know if I still have them, because that was on my old PC. And my old PC just broke down one day, so I didn't have time to copy all the data when I was moving to my newer one. I should be able to like dig out the hard drive from it though. Although it might have been the hard drive that actually failed. Like that might have been the failure point. Also, this is a great piece for Linnea. This Let's take the goat piece. I guess you don't really value ER that much on Linnea. Because Linnea's burst only heals. That's it. No damage. So unless you have Furina in your team, and why would you have Furina? I guess like if you play a Navia team or something. But in any Lunar focus team, there is not gonna be a Furina. So ER is not that useful. Still, double crit defense is good. Like this being EM would be slightly better, but kinda whatever. Hello, David Gamer. As long as we don't roll into it. It's actually better to not cut the Columbina burst here. Columbina burst takes too much time. Makes the clear slower. If I ever played this set on Columbina, this is almost a god piece. Lower on the crit damage. And the HP, I think it can be 5.8? Can it? Maybe? Possibly? If it can, then yeah, that would be better if it was higher. If it can be higher. I think HP has the same value as attack. And what value does attack have? And yeah, this felt slower but was faster. Because you didn't have to watch the Columbina burst animation. Crit rate, defense ER? Yeah, no. Also, this is the attack set. These are attack sounds on the attack set with double low roll crit and then 2 useless substats, but still, crit is all I really care about. Unlike Varka, whose burst is garbage. So if you can roll into the crits, that could be an upgrade. Whoops. What am I doing? I thought I switched to Flames already, but I didn't. And I burst with Sucrose by accident. Then the big burst with Flames by accident. And like once again, I want to switch to Flames, but I failed. Like, come on, why is it not switching? I've been making sure to dash cancel the E. Okay, this was a super fast clear anyways. Maybe switching to Flames a bit later was the key actually. On these instructor pieces, I'm looking for 3-liners with ER. Okay, we lost a bit of time at this because I didn't instantly interact with the key. Even though the combat timer doesn't start, the main clear timer does. This is maybe, I don't know. Is this a better piece? Well, the other ones definitely aren't. Yeah, I mean it's not great for Lina because it's only defense and crit damage. ER, like I said, she doesn't care. Inefa cares about ER a bit more, but still like not that much. And then the defense is bad. Yeah, I don't like this one. But check out the Suns. The Suns were actually potentially good. It's the worst, almost the worst possible double crit Suns. But it's still double crit attack Suns. My current one isn't even that bad. But yeah, double low roll, then flat HP, 3-liner. If the EM was flat death, it would be worse. That's the only way it could be worse than it is right now. But it still is. Attack percent double crit. Do we believe? Even if it misses like twice, it can still be good. Because my current piece on Klee is just +2 crit damage, no crit rate at all. Okay. 2.7. At least we are high rolling the EM. Maybe somebody who cares about EM on this set will come one day? The legendary Meld Varka. Those are Suns. Those are Suns. It would definitely be... If it was a Feather, I would throw this out already at this point. For Suns, still okay, but nobody wants EM on this set, because this is the Hexerai set. Right? You play on like Venti, Durin, Varka, Klee, Razor. None of these characters actually want EM, because they're all played in monocomps or overload comps. So it's not the best, but potentially somebody who wants EM could come one day. Varka Relin's crit, yeah. That's the only stat he really wants. Crit and attack percent. Okay, if we roll crit right now, it's decent. If we don't, it's kind of a throw, to be honest. Okay. It's 6.2. Very low rolls into crit. Because those were 2 minimum rolls into crit rate, and then 1 minimum roll and 1 second worst into crit damage. So in total, we got, it was 0.7 times 3 plus 0.8. So this is less than 3 rolls worth of crit, right? Even though it's 4, we had the 2 initial ones and then once into each again, so like 4 rolls into crit, but we only got the value of 2.9 crit rolls. Comparing to high rolls. And it's worse than my current Varka piece for sure. We have almost double the crit rate. With 1 extra roll, almost double the crit rate. And then 2.3 extra crit damage on the same roll. Flat attack is also better than EM. The Clippies though? The Clippies might be worse. Unless we value the ER. Because we do get more crit on this piece. We do even get more EM if we ever care about that. But we lose the 2 ER rolls. Oops. I guess it's worth. Should be worth it. One day I will get Godsons on this set. I will keep farming this set for a very long time. I have a lot of characters that I really like that play this set. There's my Klee. There's my boy Durin, one of my favorites. And Varka, of course. Pretty much those 3. Cause my Venti at this point is just a Varka support. So I'm just gonna keep him on Vivi. I'm not gonna play Hexerai Venti, or like him on the Hexerai set. There's like Razor, but if I ever got the urge to play Razor, he would like borrow Varka pieces or something. If anything, I would do it for fun someday. But still, 3 characters I really like who play this set and who kinda want different stats. Durin likes attack percent and ER the most. Attack percent because I do have C1, which gives him an attack scaling quills that buff the team. So you do want to focus more so on attack than crit even. You still like crit. You don't want to like forgo all crit, but attack is the priority. I also do need a decent amount of ER on him. Normally you don't really need much ER on Venti on Durin, because he gets a ton of energy back from his binary form, convergence and division. Whenever he uses the skill, he gets energy generation, a ton of energy, but so in Abyss, like what you do, you start with full energy, you burst and then you skill. And then you have like half of your burst already done, right? Because 33 energy from this, your burst is essentially a 37 energy cost burst, which is very low. And you also get the particles from the E. But in Stygian, you really need this burst ASAP, because this is his whole kit in this burst. So you cannot really start DPSing the boss until this burst is ready. So you need this 37 energy ASAP. And that's why he can be kinda energy hungry for this very first rotation in Stygian, specifically. So yeah, Durin gets pieces that mostly roll ER and attack. Here unfortunately no attack percent yet. We'll make it better one day. But we do have the 11 ER. This is kind of a god piece. 23 ER, then some crit and attack to boot. The suns are an off piece, but yeah, double crit ER on attack suns, perfect. Attack goblet, I did craft this one, it has the little icon. It's fine. Actually, it's better than fine, because I do need this ER, so it's actually amazing. And then the hat is okay. If this was attack percent, would be great. This Varka hat would be better for me probably, but Varka kinda needs it more. And then Klee also likes attack and crit. And then she doesn't mind ER subs, because you do need to cast your burst every rotation on Klee. She just doesn't need much energy. Varka's burst is totally worthless. So Varka gets the pieces with no ER, or like very little ER, just all the crit. Klee gets Pyro Goblets. Durin and Varka mostly go attack. Varka could go Pyro or Anemo as well though, depending on what I get. Okay, so now that that's done, let me visit my teapot. My plants are finally ready for harvest. We'll do the shroom event and just walk around Nod-krai. Maybe do some of the quests I'm still missing. Oh, we hit the Siganoderma cutting collection limit, which is great. Finally have something to plant here. After going through all of Inazuma, picking up all the Siganodermas. Maybe I should craft another piece on the Hexray set. Craft like a crit damage hat, maybe, or something. Or just another goblet. Or maybe suns, actually. May I craft like double crit attack suns? Because my Durin plays an off piece there. So definitely it could be an upgrade for Durin if he just had this but on set. And Varka's piece is kinda mid. Yeah, sure, I could craft one. Suns are also pretty cheap. Have our steel ball run? Not yet, actually. Hello, Xnay. I probably should get to watching. But I spent most of my day beating the Elite Four in Pokemon Leaf Green today. Next patch, we're getting an amazing quality of life improvement. 15 items you can craft instead of just 10 in the teapot. Woo! Teapot quality of life in 2026? I kinda do really like it actually. But yeah, you get five more items you can craft at a time, and all craftings are reduced by 4 hours after you like max out your teapot level. They are still gonna be like longer at the start, or like just as long as they are, but after you max out your teapot, you get 4 hours faster crafting. Some items are very quick to craft, so those will be done almost immediately. The longer ones, not much of a difference, you kind of have to wait a day anyways. But the shorter ones, aren't they like 8 hours? So like -4, that's 4, and then you can get a friend to speed them up for you as well? It'll be done in no time. Oh, we get this as well. Speaking of crafting pieces, I guess let's go to my shrine for good luck. Yeah, please bless my artifact crafting. But I'm not sure if this will work, because this is my wishing shrine. I need to build a separate artifact creation shrine. Or maybe like a blacksmith's thingy. To make artifacts. It's this thing, right? I've crafted so few pieces. I had 42 sanctifying elixirs. It's just gonna be a slot machine. So they carved from Rising Winds, Suns. Attack percent, double crit. 2 thingies. Define. What I really am hoping for would be like double. It has to be a 4-liner, that's the most important thing. And then ideally like ER EM or ER flat attack. It doesn't matter too much what the final stats are as long as it's a 4-liner. It has ER and the crate rolls are kinda high. So it's not gonna be better than my Durin's piece, because my Durin has a 4-liner. But definitely could be an upgrade for Varka. For a big boy Varka. Hello, Sayonara? So you're guaranteed 2 crit rolls. But those guaranteed rolls are like... I could still roll twice, like defense person right now. And the guaranteed rolls will come at +16 and +20. Because it just... It doesn't make it... The guaranteed rolls aren't... Do not make it more likely for you to get more than 2 rolls into crit. It just changes all the possibilities with 1 or 0 crit rolls into 2 crit rolls. But there isn't an increase in the possibilities where it rolls 3 or 4 times into crit here. That's pretty nice. Rolled pretty low though, 2.7 and 6.2. Not ideal, but it is 2 crit rolls. So at this point, no, the guaranteed rolls would come at the end if I hadn't gotten them, right? If by +12 I had still 0 rolls into crit, it would guarantee that +16 and 20 would be crit rolls. So at this point, we just got lucky to get the crit rolls, and the guarantee doesn't have to do anything, right? The guarantee is essentially wasted, but that's a good thing in this case, because we rolled into what we wanted anyways. And yeah, the guarantee is gone, like I said. Okay, 7% crit damage. So how does it compare to our current pieces? We would lose 3.9 crit rate, so 1 high roll crit rate gone, for 1 mid high roll crit damage. So it's worse. Also, flat attack is better than the defense percent and ER. Clit though? For Clit it's an upgrade. It's more crit rate, more crit damage, and we get a bit of ER over the EM. Do we make another one? And another one. The thing is, I can never have too many good attack stance on this set. Because Durin, Varka and Klee all want them. If they turn out to be bad, it's not really a waste of mats. Because in a way, like those mats, sometimes you craft a piece and it's bad. It's just the way it is, right? So it's only a waste if you get a good piece that you're not even gonna play. That's a waste. So Like back when I crafted Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy Electro Goblet for my Chaska and I don't... not Chaska, for my Chlorinde and I don't play Chlorinde anyways. Helps in theater. I got 3 EM cups for Nefer. We can only craft one more piece before we are kicked out. Let's go, not crit rate, crit damage, let's go crit damage, crit rate. Actually, they still get ordered in the same way. I can't change the order. Okay, 4-liner for sure this time. It's a 4-liner. The worst possible 4-liner. Okay, like the crit damage could be lower. But it's a 4-liner. Valka doesn't care about the other stats. I mean, maxing my big boy Varka. Like, the HUD is already pretty stellar. I'm not hoping for a better HUD, because this is... The only way this could be better is if it was a 4-liner, right? Not really happening. Goblet definitely could be better. This is a piece I could potentially reroll even. Actually. But I think it started with like 2 low rolls into crit. Because Varka doesn't need ER or EM or anything. So flat HP and defense percent are not even that bad to just be tankier. And yet the Suns are the worst piece. That's why I'm crafting Suns. The Feather could be a 4-liner, but it does have perfect rolls. The Flower is an off-piece. So getting a good flower for him would be a priority. To unlock an off-piece on the Suns, essentially. Maybe I shouldn't be crafting Suns then. Okay, this piece is kinda dead already. Dead on arrival. Do I not even plus 20 this crafted piece? Ay ay ay. I guarantee we'll have to do some heavy lifting here if I continue leveling it. But do I? Because it's... at the best 3 crit rolls. At this point. 12, 16, 20. So at the best it's equal with these guys. I guess it could roll higher. It could roll higher. That's vintage cope. 3.5? No. 3.1. So that's a mid-low roll. That's bad. That's not rolled higher. Now we are guaranteed the crit roll at plus 20. Because, you know, the 2 crit rolls have to happen. Until 20. Oh, yeah, at this point it's just terrible. At this point we just throw it. Feels bad to throw a crafted piece. But it is what it is. Only paid 2 elixirs for it, fortunately. Because now it's at the best even with this, but it doesn't have the 3 EM rolls. Pretty high rolls as well. Or the ER and EM from this piece. And it's worse than the 3 roll critters. Maybe I should get to teapotting. Next patch we are getting more teapot quality of life, so maybe then. This will be a good point. Next patch will be a good time to get back into teapotting. You'll also get like load indicators on items to show you whether they will take up like too much load or not, if you are close to the load limit. So that you don't like... Because right now... I probably can still fit like some small things into this build. Like, yeah, I can place a wall here, right? A wall is fine. But if I want to place something bigger... Like a dog? Wait, a dog is also fine? Huh. A character. If I want to place a character... Wait, what? How much load do I have left here? Okay, if I place multiple characters... Yeah, no, wait, maximum number of companions. Multiple animals. At some point... How much did they buff the load limit by? What? Yeah, you have reached your finishing plasmid limit, right? But if I wanted to put something small, like this wall, I can still put it here, right? But an animal I cannot. So there will be indicators on items to tell you whether you can put it down or not, before you, like, without having to click on them first. Do not save the changes. But yeah, I can put a lot of extra stuff in here. I remember when they increased the load limits, I put some of the foxes here. There should be like one more fox somewhere. Yeah, here is another guy. But I haven't really done much more, because this build was already kinda optimized for low load. And putting more stuff could just make it worse, actually. I could put some more flowers around. Like have just this one patch of the blue flowers here, could extend it a bit more. Maybe some other kinds of flowers, maybe an extra tree or something. We could make this garden a bit more lively. But I don't want to overdo it either. I could also do something here in the front, right? Although I do kinda like this just passageway that leads you into the main build. That's also how I have so much, I made so much even with a low load limit. I just fenced off a small area, like at half, maybe less than half of the entire building space. And then everything is in here. So we get to like make an illusion of there being more things, because you just go inside and you are surrounded by items. But if you actually look around, it's like, yeah, this is all empty. And it would look bad if it was just a more open area. If everything was spread out, it would look like there's so much empty space. But thanks to this, it all kinda blends together. But yeah, there is... There's definitely space here for more flowers and the like. Right, I could either go with like more of the same, just make bigger patches of these blue flowers. I could go with something different. Maybe these like subtler ones. Some of the purpley ones. Although there isn't really much purple in this entire build. It's mostly like red and blue. So maybe we should stick to red and blue. I like the glow from these guys. I guess I would just place more of these flowers, but if I place too many of them, I don't know, man. I don't want to mess this up. I feel like this build is my magnum opus. I don't want to just mess it up. So I don't really touch it. Oh, this thingy here is also surrounded by the blue flowers, so that's some nice extra synergy. It just comes equipped with the blue flowers. So it kinda incentivizes you to put them elsewhere around as well. Shork. One change I also made when they increased the load limit is put this little stall here. I was unable to put it here before because it has like crazy high load for some reason. I guess all the little like doodads contain lots of polygons or something. But I had to have some more generic stall here, and I was actually able to put the Yae one, the like foxy themed one with the books, which is pretty lovely. It definitely could look better with more stuff. It definitely could. But would I be able to make it work? Maybe just put blue flowers whenever there are patches of grass, right? There's grass here, so like slap flowers here. Maybe slap some here. Just use the texture of the ground as my guide. I kinda already did that in some spots. Not in others though. This is just here randomly. This also is kinda random. Actually, that's fine. Not saying this is wrong, but it does look kinda right when they grow on the grass. Let me try putting some like that. I have like 2 more of them. Yeah, I need to buy more. So like put one here. And maybe like here. Yeah, the whole place looks a bit more lively like this. Could use some here. Maybe here in the back. I need to buy more of them. Can I somehow buy them from here? I think there might be some way. But like if you place a set and you don't have enough items, you can buy more items for that set right away. But probably not just random items. You don't need to go to Tabby, because you can open the shop. You can open the entire Tabby menu from here. So whenever I go to him to like create furnishings and stuff, unnecessary. Tabby can be replaced. Yeah, this is what we want. Anything else that's pretty cool? Because a lot of these I might not even own many. Like yeah, these guys I have 0 of. The green spires. So maybe this would be the perfect tree for my build, but I don't even have any. Yep, rock. Yeah, here you have the Sumeru flowers, so they wouldn't... Most of the stuff here on out wouldn't work that well. This could be cool though. Maybe these guys? Now something more red, like the sunset reflection, like this could be good. Because I was saying blue and red. This could be cool. I have 6 of them, apparently. Why would I have 6 of them? These are more like orange. So not quite what we are looking for. These guys are nice, but not for the theme of my build. Blush Mist Whisper. Oh, this looks kinda sick. I cannot spend all my coins though.
お月見しない？私のロッキングチェアを使っていいよ。月に行って月からテイワットを眺めるのもいいかも。
She offered us her rocking chair. Okay, let's see if any of them work. Especially the big blue tree. I don't have the big pink tree here either. I have the green one. What if we place the blue tree instead of the green one here? How big is it? Oh, it's kinda small actually. I was hoping it would be as big as this guy. But they could look good here. Right, if I fit some? We don't want to make it too busy at the same time. But this is a nice item. We bought more of these. So I was saying I want a bit more of them. Whenever grass grows. It's like here. I always like to rotate them a bit so that it's more random. We could have some growing like right outside as well, like this. I'm not sure actually about that though. There are also these red ones. Ooh, this looks kinda nice for some more contrast. They're kind of even like blue-red. And they kind of look like ginkgo leaves, which also fits the theme. Oh, they have like Kuvaki energy. I like the fact that they glow. I don't necessarily like the Kuvaki waves. There are these blue petals as well. Hello, Sinbad. Kinda scuffed? Kinda scuffed, I think. I will stick with one kind of glowing blue flowers. So yeah, these guys I like. We should make them grow wherever there isn't like much red. You know, so like maybe here between the greenish tree and the blue things. Maybe a bit closer to the bench. Maybe like here actually. I wish I could make them bigger or smaller. But yeah, now closer to the bench. It's gonna be a bit more lively. Maybe like here. Maybe throw in something like here. We could definitely use some more vegetation over there. Maybe some of the blue ones. I was mostly placing them where there was already grass, but this is also fine. Now back to the red. Maybe let's put them like right here. Although this is right next to a red tree, so maybe here would rather put blue plants. Maybe we'll put them... Oh yeah, this looks good. Or maybe right where the fox is. And we move the fox a little bit. The foxes wander anyways, it doesn't matter exactly where they are placed. Although, I like it here. That being said, the fox can stay where it was. And yeah, here we could use blue flowers. Yeah, I do feel like it looks a bit better now. Maybe I could use some extra rocks as well. Although, maybe not. Maybe some. Maybe like rock here, or maybe just plants here. Something has to grow here. Yeah, okay, let's see. Did I ruin it? Let's turn it to night, because that's the optimal time to be here anyways. It looks prettier at night. I was thinking about extra trees as well. A tree would be a big change though. Actually, I feel like the plants look pretty natural here, the red ones. They flow well with the red trees I've already had here, and the just red shrine elements. Maybe this should be closer to the fence, this one. These feel like too much like they are in one line. Or maybe not, maybe it's okay. I definitely love these ones in the back. This is perfect. Flows so well with the flowers on the pond already. The ones here are nice. This looks pretty good. These two might be a bit too like symmetrical, like they're on the two sides of the walkway. But they are offset enough that it's not that big of an issue, but it could be a bit more to the left and maybe a bit back. And here, like, it's very glowy on the left but not on the right. Maybe here we could use some more symmetry. Or maybe just move it a bit to the side so it's not as close to the little shrine. Okay, I've got some ideas already, which is nice. So this... Can I even select it? Yes. This closer to the fence. This one like a bit more in, I feel like. This more like that. this move further out. Maybe like quite a bit further. Or like behind the shrine, actually. And here maybe we could use a rock. Or a tree. Yeah, because one other thing I was thinking about were the blue trees. Kind of a bold move. Because they're very blue. But I feel like it could work out. Because we already have some blue elements. Like, imagine that. Let's make sure the roots don't clip with anything. Oops. Okay, you're fine. Stop being adjusted. I like this part here, but it kinda obstructs the view of the shrine itself. I mean, let's try it. Let's try placing two of them. One more on this side, I guess. Also with the drooping leaves above the walkway. Actually, they might be taking a bit too much away from the rest of the place. Maybe we place a rock as well somewhere. I was thinking like rock. Yes, indeed. And maybe something smaller. Like here? That's like decent, I feel like. And maybe some tiny rock. Here we could use something to break up the space a bit. Oh, I was thinking about a rock here. Yeah, that's a spot for a rock. Maybe like a green one like this. Maybe an overgrown one. Huh. Looks kinda sweet. Although I don't have anything like this in this build, maybe I will just not do the overgrown rocks. Maybe we'll stick with the types of items I already have here. Let's see, how does this look now? Huh. You know what? I feel like it's kinda good actually. Maybe the tree on the left should be a bit more like further forward? Maybe it's actually fine like it is. Oh, and these things, they kinda like wiggle when I jump into them. Interactive. Maybe put a third tree like this, like somewhere here? Overdoing it 101. I feel like at this point another one can't hurt. But I guess it should be more like that. It shouldn't drip out too much outside the build. Because it's a really pretty blue color. Maybe I should move this guy a little bit. I don't want to move the OG elements of the shrine too much though. Because they have been like this for years. Yeah, maybe one more. I like the blue. It kind of feels like it needs another tree right here now. Yeah, I feel like this enhances the shrine. Yo, this fox is sitting on a rock? How is that possible? I didn't know he can do that. That was super cool. I like how they sometimes hide behind the buildings as well. Very fox-like. To just do whatever they want and not care. I could put way more foxes here. I could put like 3 extra for sure at least. I don't think I have more foxes though. Once Lina comes out, she can capture animals for free every week. I think another blue tree like this would be a bit too much. But just a tree in the corner. Like a tree. Not the tree, but a tree. Right here. Maybe a red one. Oh, there's quite a lot of red on this side already. This side is like blue dominated. No, Lina is from Nod-krai. But red does work well here, I think. All things considered, I think the red looks good. Yeah, it does look better. And I think red works better than blue. Blue would be too much. Even though a bit of me kinda is like 2 trees on the left, 2 trees on the right. But I gotta channel my inner Hoyo and do asymmetry. Is Stringless gonna be good on her? No, because lunar damage is not affected by damage bonuses. So the passive is kinda wasted. What bow do you actually play on her? She doesn't need ER, so Fav is kind of a waste as well. Your teammates could use the particles, but the rest of your team cannot. Or like your teammates could use the particles, but she can't. Let's filter 4-star bows. So like always an option. There are some shenanigans with Fav you could do, because she has 2 forms of her skill, a hold skill and a tap skill. And the hold skill is like all the damage is done up front, the tap skill deals damage over time. And with Psyche you could do hold skill into tap skill. But you need to wait, because the hold skill itself cannot reset the cooldown, because I don't think it like starts before the skill is already over. So you need to wait on field for like 2 extra seconds to do this, and it might not be worth it. And just Stringless, the damage bonus is wasted. I think that gives crit, I guess would be like fine for her personal damage. So maybe like the BP ones. What do some of these even do? I need to check them on Yatta. I don't know what these bows even do. But yeah, she's an interesting case. A bow character that does not need ER, so they don't just autoplay Fav bow? Very strange. Is there any defense bow in the game? No. So like, anything that has attack or ER is kind of already kind of has a bad substat for you, right? So there could be a passive good enough to offset a bad substat, but we kind of want to look at things that have EM or crit. Ideally. Cloudforge is just a ton of EM. Was this an event weapon or a gacha weapon? I think it was an event weapon. So yeah, Cloudforge. Actually, oh wait, the passive, it's after elemental energy is decreased, so it's after you burst. Oh, that kinda sucks. Because she doesn't even want to burst every rotation. You only burst if you need healing. Otherwise, don't burst, save time. So the condition's actually kinda nasty, but it is an EM stick nonetheless. You never get 2 stacks, but you can You can get one stack like maybe every other rotation or something if you heal every other rotation. So this is an okay option. Hello, Tilted. Blazing Sun high base attack is bad. It has crit rate though. Attack as damage. Yeah, there is no passive on this weapon essentially. Okay, this is kind of worse if it doesn't hunt. It also has an attack scaling thingy. It's like there is no passive, but you get 27 crit rate. UP. Ode. Attack. That's a waste. Worse than Cloudforged. Black Cliff. No passive. Worse than the BP ones. Stringless. Damage bonus kinda worthless. It's kind of Virescent Hunt or Cloudforged probably. Out of 4-star weapons. Unless one of the other ones has a sick passive. What do these guys do? Deals AoE damage equal to 40% of max HP. Yeah, no. I feel like we're gonna get a 4-star defense bow at some point from like an event or something. Tilt probably already deleted Genshin. From all his devices. I would imagine. What do are any of the ER bows good? Because maybe one of them has such a good passive that we wanted anyways. Attack is increased? Yeah, no. Oh, maybe Snare Hook? Yeah, Snare Hook gives you 240 EM. That's better than Cloudforged. Actually, yeah, it is better because Cloudforged gives you 245 EM, but only sometimes. And then other times it gives you 165 only. Snare Hook is always 240. And the ER is not a total waste. You can heal more reliably. So yeah, Snare Hook, probably the front runner. Definitely not end of the line. Definitely not Fading Twilight. And Psychbow probably takes too much time to do its shenanigans with the double skill, but there is potential, right? Okay, so if it doesn't hunt for a crit stick, Snare Hook for an EM stick, and the ER to heal more reliably, and then Psychbow shenanigans might be possible, but probably not worth your time. I would say one of these, or there is always Faff for Faff particles for the rest of the team. It has no effect on her essentially. For Lina herself, you might as well be playing a 1-star bow versus the Fav, and it's like the same thing, but your team might benefit a lot. And of course, there are 5 stars. Her own Sig, high crit damage, gives death, geo damage inflicted by the equipping character increased by 40. Why do we care? Maybe her base multipliers are good enough that the damage bonus from some of the weapons is not that big of a waste. But yeah, lunar damage increased by 40, now that's good. And increased by 20 more. So it's 16 defense, 60 damage bonus, 60 lunar bonus altogether, and 88 crit damage. Is it even gonna be like best in slot always? What about just playing Elegy instead? The ER is kind of a waste. I guess she loses a lot of crit and damage. But it's 100 EM to team. Maybe you already have so much you don't care. Her weapon options are interesting though, for sure. There is a lot of things you can play and none of them are great. Oh, you know what would be cool in this build? But I have an issue in this build with already having too many characters all over the place. But I could put like Sayu hiding here in the back. That would be kinda cool, right? She would be hiding from Yae. We could also put Shinobu. Oh no, Shinobu is already busy actually. Shinobu is right here battling with Itto. We could put somebody else versus Itto right here, and then Shinobu also at the shrine. But Shinobu is not a shrine maiden anymore. She wouldn't want to be there. She's better off here doing with the Pokemon battle. I really like this little arena. Big ball. And it's gone. Okay, I've been sitting in my teapot for quite a while. Let us do something else. Oh yeah, there is an event thingy. We need to go to Sumeru. Not exactly sure where into Sumeru. I guess we'll find out after I TP there. For Star Rail and Zenless? Actually, I'm not sure. I mean, they are starting... coming back to like the Tilted. You would need to reinstall the game. They are making the cloud versions. Hoyo is making the cloud versions of their games. I'm not exactly sure which games and where they are available yet. But... maybe you would not have to reinstall. You'd have to install some app though. For the cloud gaming. Which would be just as annoying. Let's catch this guy. Oh, the wrong one bit. Wait, new? Bro, I never caught this fish before. Oh my god, this guy also uses the same bait. Wait. Are there two ornamental guys? Yo, both of them are ornamental. But yeah, that's kinda huge. Imagine I already had the ornamental one, but not the regular one. Yeah, the ornamental one is not new. But the regular one was new. Or wait, was the first one I got also ornamental? Does this mean there are 4 ornamental fish here? Because wait, the first one I got was also in like the little aquarium icon, which means it was ornamental. Need to add an auto resin spender? What do you mean? Why would they add that? Okay, sightseeing with friends. Back to Sumeru. But yeah, spending resin in Genshin is already super easy. You only really need to spend your resin once every 3 days, and the other time you can just condense. So Genshin actually takes the least time to do dailies on average. If you're AFK for a long time, but your resin auto farms materials? But like AFK with the game turned on? Or just you haven't logged in for 2 weeks? They want you to like have incentive to log in more often, not less often. There already is the returnee bonus thingy if you are away for like 2 weeks or something. Oh wait, I need to go up. Haven't logged in a long time. Yeah, so we already have the returnee bonuses for that. Feast your eyes on the palace of Alcazarzoy. Pretty plants are as far as the eye can see. Pam actually noticed how beautiful it was here earlier in our travels, but our fine friends probably haven't had a chance to really look around it, huh? Look at them, totally mesmerized. Okay, it's time to check out some landscape paintings that best capture Sumeru's unique essence. Bongohead, Killjoy, come take a look and compare them. Okay, this one was very simple. Just lining up the buildings. Actually, there is one more. One more building we need to line up. Oh, this actually doesn't teleport me here, it teleports me to the nearby warp point. Sure.
ついてこれるか
I like the desert, you know? When I'm not forced to like climb a mountain like this to find a whistle on top for my daily quest, I like the desert. I like the vibe and I love the sound. The sound is amazing. They knew that just being on the desert for the just like walking through suns for ages would be kind of boring by itself, so they made the sand so cool to look at and so cool to walk on. Because just the sand being so amazing fixes most of the problems the desert would have had. Best for meat farming. You can get sassy meat from the scorpions. Let's grab some nuts as well. Oh, come on, Varka. Afraid to grab some nuts? Here we go. You never know when you will find yourself in need of some nuts. Also, is this like a unique wood type? Yeah, it's Attel wood. Not sure if I need this, but maybe one day I will. Ideally I would switch to Ito for wood farming, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Yep, croc. Too bad we cannot catch the crocs for our teapot. And these are just some random bushes on the side. Okay, here we go. The left side was kinda random. By the harbor? Wait, that's exactly where the girls are. Where Hanaya and Sokka are. I really hope that this is a teaser for a permanent mode with the fungi in the future. This is everything By the Harbor has to offer. There is nothing else. Oh, but we don't even like go say hi to them as we pass through their stall as part of the quest. Sure. Ooh.
しっかりついてこいよついてこれるか
Let's murder these guys for fun as well. Unfortunately, using pyro means they drop the garbage mats instead of the true mats. But it is what it is. I could have used like Venti. Next up is a special route Paimon picked out after really careful planning. We'll be walking for a while though. First stop, the desert oasis. Then we'll head through Motoyama Forest and after that back to By the Harbor. Paimon's been thinking about this. The desert, the forest and valleys in Sumeru all feel super different. But we've pretty much never seen them all in one trip, have we? Good thing we don't have to rush this time. Paimon says we should take it nice and slow and soak it all in. Yep, outings are meant to be nice and chill. Our funky friends look ready and raring to go. Let's hit the road. Cannot use in current state. Oh, I could have taken all 4. Wait, there's something more there. I'm scared of these flying snakes. I mean, yes, flying snakes do sound pretty spooky. Wait, there was one more Hillicher who hid. Or a Sumpter Beast rather. Man, unfortunate. He hid behind the fence. Oh, could have I taken all of them from here? Oh boy, that would have been such a shot. There is meat next to them. Was there supposed to be a third bird, but it got eaten? Or something? Ooh, nice. This was a very good shot. Finally got the premium one. Oh, there is still more stuff here though. Sometimes like, you don't want to wait for too long, because then something will pop up elsewhere that you need to photograph quickly. But on the other hand, you kinda want to wait until the better shot gets lined up. I don't know, man. Creatures are not like wildlife. Why are we taking pictures of them as if they are an animal? I need to play Pokemon Snap, man. Maybe I will play some Pokemon Snap tomorrow. But I need to play a lot of Star Rail tomorrow. I have some stuff left. Ooh. Good shot. I even caught this little guy in the background. Oh, I could have gotten a bit more maybe. Because there's a kitty here. Not sure though. This one kitty was kinda awkward. Once again an awkward kitty in the back. Okay, barely caught it. Yep, croc. What's this little shroomboard doing here? Okay, I feel like 4 is the best I can get here. A little bit of patience paid off. Okay, 3, nice. Oh, that's it? Huh? This felt so much shorter than the previous 2 ones. If this was like the first one, and then the next 2 ones got longer, it would be like, okay, yeah, sure, makes sense. But the final one being the shortest kinda feels weird. It also felt pretty simple. The second one had so many like twists and turns where suddenly new animals would pop up and it would be like, oh man, I wish I hadn't taken the pick earlier. Because now I could have lined up a better one, and this place didn't really have much of that, maybe once or twice. Okay, back to our favorite by the harbor. Well, it's not doing the dance. This guy's not doing the dance either. I guess at least he did some animation. Hanaya and Soka, we are back! I could already hear Bongohead and Killjoy's cheerful steps from a distance. Looked like you really had a blast this time, but Bongo was floating. And Killjoy doesn't have feet. You can tell they are having fun from that far away. I still can't read the emotion in our fine guy friend's footsteps. this guy... Whatever. Guess I've got a lot to learn. There is always more to learn. This trip really did feel different. Running around with our fungi friends, then coming back to the little fungi playground, it feels like coming home to a nice meal after a long day of playing outside. How about we take a photo together right now? Pam remembers reading in the Steambird that many famous travel journals line up all the little snapshots from a trip in chronological order. Now that Silver Companion mentions it, I've gotten so used to having these fungi friends around all these years. We've never really taken a proper photo together. You two big shots really know how to wrap up an adventure nicely. Here is the dance. Alright, let's use Bongo Head's camera, set it on the tripod and take a timed group photo. Once Hana and Soka are less busy, we can all go out and have fun together like this again. Yippee! Speaking of which, Bongo Head is really talented at taking photos. Paimon picked a few good shots and put them together with our group photo. Hana and Soka can check them out too. We are so thoughtful, Paimon. Oh, and Paimon brought some souvenirs for you. Here, the macarons you didn't get to try before. Oh, I only said it in passing, and you actually remembered it? Silver Companion, I'm so touched. To avoid troubling you like this in the future, I really need to fix my bad habits. I'll plan trips properly in advance, and not just on paper. You know, when friends are hanging out and chatting freely, often offhand comments can show what's truly on your mind. When did you get it? Oh, back when we were taking photos in Fontaine. While you were watching the scenery with Bongo Head, Paimon got a newsie to help out and gave her a little tip for a trouble. Don't worry, Paimon prepared your share too. Paimon didn't forget, hehe. Paimon even reminded the newsie to go straight for your favorite flavor as soon as she got inside. Hello, Frisky Disc. But we've already tried almost every dessert in Fontaine, so Paimon's not sure how much of a surprise this will actually be. Anything Paimon picks out is bound to be delicious. Really? Then Paimon will buy you treats more often. Too bad there aren't any sweets made especially for our fungi friends. How amazing would it be if we could cuddle up with them and enjoy a table full of delicious food? The temple to get Charlotte and got Escoffier? Very nice. In terms of combat utility, Charlotte, Escoffier is just better than Charlotte in every possible way. But Charlotte can take photos. Escoffier can cook though, she also has overworld utility. But Escoffier is great, that's very nice. No need to worry about that. In the process of refining on fungi communities, I've been conducting foundational research on the food that fungi enjoy. My goal is to identify ingredients that both fungi and humans can eat, so our bodies don't have to live off every flavor of marvelous jelly all year long. One day I will find ingredients that satisfy both human and fungi tastes, and design delicious dishes we can all enjoy together. And when it comes to putting theory into practice, I'll be our master chef, just in case Hana ends up ruining our 11th pot. Sounds like the day we sit in the circle and share a meal with our fungi friends isn't far off, right? We'll be waiting for good news, Hanaya. In that case, please do come back and visit the Lil Fungi playground when you get the chance. We and all our fungi friends will always be here. Your bit character is Citlali. Escoffier can work in melt teams as well. She is one of the better just off-field cryo applicators, even though she doesn't like provide the shred. If you don't have only hydro cryo, or like she provides a tiny little bit, like 10% or something. But just reliable off-field cryo up is sometimes what you need in melt teams, so you can play Citlali and Escoffier in like a melt Arlecchino team, for example. It's a thing. You have Hyder though. Nuvilet works well with Esco. He's our only really good Hydro on-fielder. Others would be cold, but they will still work well with Esco in a Cryo Hydro team. Who knows, the surprise might arrive even sooner than you expect. And we are done. Do they have different voice lines now? We might just build Chongyu. Yeah. Oh, they don't have any extra dialogue. And Bongo Head and Kindle Joy aren't even here after we finish the event. Okay, that's kinda scuffed. Who's a better shielder, Citlali or Inefa? In terms of just shield strength? Probably Inefa. I would imagine, but let's just see. Citlali has an EM scaling shield. Inefa has attack scaling. Wait, what? Oh, it's not two N's. It's two F's. So... Base shield absorption 3050. Inefa's base shield absorption also 3050, so it's exactly the same. We just need to compare the scaling. So Inefa gets around 400 attack. Citlali is like 1000 EM. Let's see how much my Citlali and Inefa have. They are both fairly well built. Without counting like extra in combat buffs I could get, although I don't think my attack gets buffed in combat. It was 400? Yeah, 398. Let's do exact. Calculator. So it's 398.1 times. Let's go for my attack value. That's 974. Or actually, no. This is. Wait, what? Oh, because it's a percentage, it should be 3 point. Yeah, okay, I messed up the... It's almost 10k. Almost 10k. 9,745. Plus the 3k base. So like 13k shield. Citlali, on the other hand, I have 1081 EM. I'm pretty sure that's like pretty high for a Citlali. I do have R2 Sig. And my EM subs are pretty high. Actually, here I just have one. Okay, maybe not that high. Okay, my EM subs are not high. You kinda have to go for crit rate and ER though. I mean, crit rate only if you play FAV, but ER, you have to go for a lot of ER. So yeah, like 1081 EM, that seems okay. 1081 EM, it's gonna be like very close. It's probably gonna be a bit more. Because this is 10.368 times 1081. So that's 11,000. And the Inefa was 9.745,000. So Citlali's shield has like 10 to 20% extra absorption compared to Inefa's shield. Sackfrag. Staying on field to eat twice is a huge DPS loss for your Mavuika though. It also does not buff your Mavuika at all. EM on Citlali is not actually a good stat. Because it doesn't improve your damage at all to have more EM on Citlali. So Sackfrag has a useless substat. And then the passive makes you waste extra time. It's better just play Fav if you really need energy. But ideally what you play, you just play. If you don't have Sig, you just play Thrilling Tales to buff more. The buff is too huge to ignore. Unless your DPS doesn't scale with attack for some reason. You also do not have Mavuika. So like whatever your DPS is, like you have a DPS on your team, right? Surely. Citlali is not the main DPS. So Sackfrag is really never a good pick on her. If you really can't make your energy work without an energy weapon, you just play Fav. Fav is just better. But yeah, you really want to play a buffing weapon like Thrilling Tales or Sig. Oh, we have rewards to claim. I mean, most pyro carries. She's best for Gaming, best for Arlecchino, for Hutao possibly. For Hutao I would need like double cryo. Hutao would prefer Binefa. Hutao works really well with Binefa. One of the... Hutao fits well into the wheelchair, you could say. The wheelchair is just the right size for her. The Binefa wheelchair. But any pyro carry that doesn't apply too much pyro, so like not Klee essentially, enjoys Citlali. Oh yeah, Diluc. Plunge Diluc like Citlali. And any pyro plunger with Xianyun, C6 Bennett. Xianyun, C6 Bennett, Citlali. And you can play any melee character. Melt your plunges. We had Noel's birthday recently. Prepared muffins for everyone in Nights of Favonius and adjusted the recipes to suit each person's tastes. Kaya's were brushed with dandelion wine. Klee's have a generous layer of cream on top. Master Jeans are coffee flavored, and Grandmaster Varka's, well, his are made in an extra large size. Extra large cupcakes for the extra large man. I prepared muffins for you and Paimon. Miss Summer is knocking on the window outside and she's carrying quite a lot of gift boxes. Oh, everybody bought presents for Noel, but we didn't. Those are pancakes, not cupcakes though. Why did we not get cupcakes? Like the signature, you always get a signature, so that makes sense, but this should be a cupcake. No? Oh, muffins rather, but still. Those are not muffins. I guess she tells us to go to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. So they are waiting for us there, I guess. Ooh! Operation Stronghold Defense. Wow, even details is like nothing here. During the event period, complete the corresponding stage challenges to obtain the respective rewards. Like, what even is this? Is it tower defense? Or is it the, like... the TFT-like? You have an idea, but you don't have the characters to pull it off? Whenever one of my chatters says they have an idea when it comes to team building, it's usually... it's usually not great. Binefa plunge catching? I mean, the catching and the Xianyun do nothing in this team, but it's Binefa, so... It works. But yeah, the plunging catching is just vanity here. You might as well, like, jump with Yao Yao or something on field. It's pretty much same result. Was it tower defense? Could be. But the title of the event, Operation Stronghold Defense, I guess could be tower defense, makes sense. Yeah, sure, it should be tower defense. And these look like towers. This one is Pyro, this one is Electro, this one is Anemo. This one is Dendro. Yeah, this should be tower defense. But why is there no description? This is it. This is like the generic placeholder description they make for each event. Surely it sounds better than your Cryo Plunge Mika? If you put Binefa in the Cryo Plunge Mika team, it would be just as good. You can play Mika in place of catching against the same team. It's like, yeah, I mean, Binefa, right? It works, because it has Binefa. But the other two characters don't really... Like, catching doesn't even synergize with Xianyun in any way. Catching can already plunge by herself even, because you can like aim your E into the sky and then plunge with catching. Full EM shatter Reminate. Against enemies who can be frozen, it probably wouldn't even be that bad. You could play Escoffier in that team. Escoffier Furina. Although maybe you would want... I guess no. I wanted to say maybe you would want Albedo, but Albedo breaks Escoffier. But yeah, you have Escoffier and Furina do all the damage while Freminate dances around. And the shatter damage is not that bad. The issue is that you can't really shatter many enemies, most enemies. Even the human enemies in like Stygian that we sometimes see. Like this guy. Or these guys. They have very high freeze resistance. Which means that if you freeze them, they like get insta-unfrozen, essentially. They only get frozen for a fraction of a second. So you might not even get the shatter before they unfreeze. Can be rough, but could work maybe. Against enemies like this it could maybe work. Is Cryo Eula? What is Cryo Eula? Eula with Chongyun? Or Eula without Chongyun built for cryo damage? Not sure which one sounds worse. Eula doesn't really fit in Esco teams, no. Because the main reason you would... The only real reason to infuse her attacks is to react them for melts or vapes, right? So you can get C6 Bennett to then melt her plunges. That's good. But then you don't have an Esco team going on, right? So you allow with Chongyun and then you apply Pyro with like Mavuika and you melt the plunges. Could work, but it's just the Bennett version but worse. Right? Like, why wouldn't you just apply Cryo and then do double damage melts rather than apply Pyro and do 1.5 times damage melts? Yeah. Because if you just want to apply Cryo so that all your damage is Cryo now, both my skills and my basics, the issue is that your burst is always physical. The burst does not get infused with anything. So you can't really work it like that. If Chongyun could make Eula's burst... Cryo should be a much better character. As a freeze team, yeah, that's like 0 damage. Furina Escoffier, you will build Furina Escoffier for full damage. They are kind of a wheelchair core as well. Not as strong as Binefa, but against easier enemies maybe it would work. No oculi detected, or anything, okay. Oh, I found something over there. I don't have the max out compass here yet, so we don't get everything, just nearby stuff. And I really hope they never make another physical, because the issue with physical is that even if they made a fun physical character, that character would be objectively more fun if they weren't physical. Like, what is the upside of a character being physical? There is none. I am a bit scared that Sandrone might be physical. Because like, it would make a lot of sense if she, like Sandrone would apply like cryo. Let's assume she would be cryo and then like the robot would hit for physical damage. That could be a thing. But the issue with physical is that if you instead of making it physical made it anything else, you'll just have more synergies to play around with, right? Instead of the robot hitting for physical damage, if you hit for cryo damage, we could play him in freeze teams, or maybe do some shatter stuff with that, or maybe we could melt it. But if it's physical, we just can't do anything with this. It just deals damage and that's it. So yeah, I ideally would never want to see a physical character again. But we might get one.
戦利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
I want to go up, but there must be a better way than just climbing up. Does this go up eventually? First thing should be Electro. She could go either way.
しっかりついてこいよ。
Oh, here is the way to go up. But like, why would you want to deal physical damage instead of elemental damage that can interact with other elements? The best part about Genshin's combat system is how the elements can interact with each other. And if you have physical, it just doesn't interact with anything. It's just boring. There is no upside.
戦利品か。
We already have enough elements, so we don't need just like yet another element and one that doesn't do anything. Physical only seemed decent early because people didn't understand how reactions work properly yet.
Sunset 目の物資の
好きなものがあれば
Like physical interact with an element but by removing the element and increasing physical damage they take. I mean that's kinda how like Geo works already. Where Geo just like reduces other auras. Doesn't interact with Dendro, but interacts with the others. And the reaction itself doesn't do much. But the Geo characters have higher numbers to compensate. Which I mean that would be something to make physical a bit more interesting. But I kinda doubt they would go for a system change like that though. Not impossible.
ついてこれるか。
Oh, perfect spot for a Varka
戦
jump.
利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。
Oh, I actually lost a chest that I could track over here by pressing Z again. Here we go. Oh, it's this. I don't have a key. Also, I think Emil was asking, do you have all the oculi for the max statue? No. Because there will still be another Nod-krai expansion. Actually, there is no point in marking this. The compass will show me. Ah, maybe I should mark this. I will be looking for a shrine later when I finally get the key. How close am I to the level up of this? And I can't... Yeah. No more sculpting for me yet. Oh, we are at 88 out of 90. Okay. And there are still quests for us to do. We could just go... Yeah, do the Raven's Legacy. Oh, it's the Bard guy. Dolphin, what are you doing here? Fantastic, just the door I was waiting for. Huh? How did you know we would come here? Have you been following us since we pirated the Blue Amber Lake? I was only joking. I came back to visit my parents and just so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the two of you. Paimon says, huh? So you have family here? What's strange about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents, people don't magically appear out of thin air. That's not what Paimon meant. Though come to think of it, we are not really that close, and Paimon can see how it was kind of a personal question. Can I ask a question that isn't so personal? Good idea, Tolkien knows everyone and everything. He just might have the info we need. You recount your experiences searching for and finding the proofs of the Kokuno Sentai after leaving the Blue Amber Lake. So Tolfin, do you have any idea where the last proof of the Kokuno Sentai might be? I do have a few thoughts, however. Seeing as it's Jan, he will probably be fine. From everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe he should be able to overcome the trial. There's another trial! It isn't going to be impossible, is it? Is this a sequel to the Blue Amber Lake? I mean, this is like the culmination of a bunch of different quests in Nod-krai. There are a bunch of quests where you get the proof of the Kokuno Sentai, and once we finally have all of them, this will be the finale. Kinda like in Fontaine, you had all of the, like, you had the Marianne stuff, and then the stuff with the robot doggo, and then the quest with Caterpillar, and it all came together. Of course not. Besides, I have total confidence in your abilities, Jan. The last proof of the Kokuno Sentai is actually with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now. Why don't you tag along? Seriously? What are the chances? Tolfin's grandmother? What do you think she's like, Jan? Do you think she's the kind of sweet old lady who loves to tell stories? She does tell stories, but never mind. You will see when we get there. Is she the babushka? Probably not. The local legend babushka? Maybe she is though. I still haven't fought her. Ah, she could be. She lives in the middle of nowhere. It looks like. I'll just leave house. Oh, there are goodies for me though. $10k Mora. Not bad, not bad. Where's Embassy? Yeah, I've seen her there. Oh my god, skill issue. I can't see anything though. Oh, come on. How was that a miss? What? I mean, it's just passing through them. Here we go. Oh no, no, there's 3 of them. Come on, I'm just gonna use a bow. Screw that, man. Good enough. I mean, the gentleman in Abyss? What do you mean by the gentleman? Hello, bros? Nothing to see here, I guess. Oh, I will go for the plants. Fontainian local legend. Oh yeah, there was... yeah. There was a guy in Fontaine. The local legends back then had like less interesting movesets. For the most part. So that's why they haven't been adding them to the Abyss match and stuff like that. Seems like this is last part of a different quest I was doing, but let's focus on this one now. Oh yeah, his grandma is the babushka. Let's go. You guessed it right. Well, look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of that matter for me, you little brat? Of course I did. Would I dare show my face here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother, though I'm sure she'd rather be known as Hiljetta the Black Barrel Hag than a failed merchant's grandmother. She doesn't look anything like Tolfin at all. She's far too serious. I hear that a lot. But at the end of the day, we are family and we are a lot more alike than people think. This is Jan and this is Paimon. They've already found the other proof of the Cognoscentai. Oh, so you already found the other 4? Well, that takes some real talent. But I'm afraid you are going to have to let me see that talent for myself. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things too hard for you. How about we just trade a few moves? Hold on a second, something about this doesn't feel right. And what exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on the great treasure, you will naturally need to pass me first. She's a stubborn old bag of bones, but once she sees what you can do, everything will be on the table. Come on, Jan, it's in your hands now. Don't want to hold back.
一緒に遊ぼうよ。逃げようなんて。
Not bad at all. You do have promise. Here, this is the proof of the Cognoscentai you've been seeking. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there is still one final path you will have to tread. That will hold him back, not considering how sharp the little lad is. He's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, you useless lump. Heir to the treasure hoarders? Me? Huh? So Granny's a treasure hoarder? And Tolfin, you too? I guess you could say that. I never would have guessed. You don't look like a treasure hoarder. But don't tell Paimon you knew about this all along, Jan. I figured it out pretty quickly. Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings who couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to their grandmother? They've shown they have what it takes to gather the proofs of the Cognoscentai, and they handled your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now? You little... Alright, don't give yourself a heart attack. I'll explain everything to them right now. I will see to it that Jan is willing to be the treasure hoarder's heir, exactly as you wanted. And you really think you can make all of that clear to them lickety-split? What are you so worried about? You won't shut up about how I'm just like that good-for-nothing brah. At least I inherited his gift for smooth-talking, didn't I? Oh, that's like... he pretended to be Reed Miller, the Brahe guy? Or was Reed Miller? I don't think he was Reed Miller, though. So what's really going on here? All we heard is that if we collect all 5 proofs of the Cognoscentai, we can find the great treasure hidden east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you seriously think, Paimon, that we would have to take over as leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get Reed Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this air talk is weirding Paimon out. It's hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. Exactly, there are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of Tevat these days. And that's where the problem lies. While we might be able to face reality, my stubborn old grandmother still dreams of a day where the treasure hoarders, when the treasure hoarders can restore their glory from their days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and rally the masses, let the dead bury the dead, and rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the high and the haughty. While most of us have heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich to help the poor, very few know that the treasure hoarders once defended Elysium from the dark abyss. It was the treasure hoarders' golden age. It was the worst of times, and yet somehow it was also the best. I don't know, maybe things are still the same today, but that era has passed, and you have to accept that someday. You're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before we go any further, Jan, are you willing to serve as heir to the treasure hoarders and see that Reed Miller's dream is one day fulfilled? I have my own dreams to fulfill. And just as I thought, then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. Again? That's what you said back at the Blue Umber Lake. Sure, you helped us get the proof of the Cognoscentai back then, but who knows when you will use those same sneaky tricks on us? Why would I do anything to thwart you when we are already such good friends? Now, instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we are going to say? You have a brief discussion with Tolfin about how to convince Hiljetta. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name Avrelian should be enough to gain her trust, and if she ever brings up the name Brahe, all you have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. As for who these two people exactly are, Tolfin says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets the chance. So do you say, little lad, are you in? I will fulfill Avrelian's dream. Good, that's the spirit. If it weren't for the little brat acting just like that good-for-nothing Brahe, the proof of the good Sentai wouldn't have been scattered and lost for so long. We're nothing like Tolfin, or that Brahe McCullit fellow. You can rest assured. Even I have to admit that Jan is the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure. Then it's settled. All that's left is for you to retrieve the great treasure. At the treasure site, you will likely run into a few tricks left behind by that good-for-nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to handle everything he came up with. Famous has no idea where east of the moon, west of the sun could be. Oh, that. Well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you could touch it. Also, I won't be joining you for next trial, so here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in Pyramida for a little while longer, so please let me know if everything goes well. I'll be counting on you both. Harry, retrieve the great treasure. So we can't fight her now. Oh, I have this picture. Nice. But we can't make it bigger. What's the point of having the picture in our inventory if it's so tiny, man? Surely one PNG wouldn't blow up the game file size. I mean, it wouldn't be one PNG, I guess, because there are different pictures. I'm pretty sure some of them can be made bigger, though. No? Oh yeah, these ones. These ones you can even, like, yeah, even the effects continue playing here. The hot springs with Mizuki. This you can view in full quality. We can enlarge the good ones. Yeah, the good ones. That was a cool event. Oh, this is just a book. Oh, this is a classic. I used to go to this screen whenever I would go for a bathroom break. Roar. Record updated? What? Oh yeah, case records from Fontaine. They all say record updated for some reason. Maybe when I changed my device, it reset the reading progress of those. The Lay of Alahmar. Tale of Durin. Oh, you can actually like reread all of this. That's nice. I thought it was one time only. Oh, and this you keep as well? That was from the Archon quest. And you have the pictures, but you cannot enlarge those. Collated intel. What is this from? Oh, from the Nefer. Only if you own Nefer you can play this quest. Oh, we get the. Oh, we can make these bigger. The Skirk images can also be enlarged. So much joy in her eyes. This one is cool. With her looking at our drawing. Okay. No time to waste. I may actually have all the time to waste, to be honest. We'll see.
しっか
We'll
りつい
see
てこいよ。
how large next patch is.
ついてこれるか。
Ah, let's beat this doggo up.
気をつけて。
Or horsey.
腐食
Whatever it is.
新鮮。
ここだ
I'll
よ。
just get some particles. I might need the mats one day. He also dropped an artifact. Premium value. Oh, yeah, this place. Very treasure hoarder coded. Without a doubt. I think I've been here before, but I haven't collected. Oh yeah, because this place has the big treasure hoarder icon on the map. It's like treasure hoarder here. So I came here pretty quickly because I was curious what is here, and then like, oh, I don't have all the quest items yet. Big L. Now Hiljata is available.
机から離れるとホッとするな。
Sit down and check it out. There might be treasure waiting for us to find. But yes, I opened this. I got a notification that Hiljata is available. To fight now. Kinda weird that the first fight didn't count. Oh, so many weasels.
よっと。
Huh? They're immune to my arrows. Typical villain base in cartoons, but this is not a villain base. It's more like a hidden tomb full of treasure. Gold is noble and silver bright, but which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? As saying goes, like calls to like, so perhaps the answer is already cut and dried. I guess iron. A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice, is to miss if one isn't paying attention. If all else fails, winning by brute force still makes you the hero. I don't make any sense of this. Three keys. Which one opens the door? Was there some sort of hint on that notice? It's the iron one. Wait, can I pick up all of them? What happens if I pick up all of them? But yeah, we put the iron key in. We got a coin. A coin that resembles a common iron coin, though it might be a different variant. Wait, what do you mean common iron coin? Are there common iron coins? I mean, those are different weasels than the ones that gave us presents. They're just vanity. Oh, there's another moonglow fly. They have an explosive barrel that's getting super dangerous. Within this little plot, both danger and luck are found. To tell the fake from real, look where the strange rock lights the ground. A last text is written on the corner of the notice is to miss if one is paying attention. The main gate is locked down hard, so don't bother trying until the skies fall apart. Yep, rock. This one. So it should be this. Or is it this? No, it's this. What? I was scared of that. That's too dangerous. I keep digging here. I just...
5本ここで1曲宝箱の歌
Huh? And that's it? I guess I'm kinda meant to... Oh, should I interact with this? First with Kuvaki? But since I got the chest and stuff, maybe I'm just supposed to interact with everything.
風神のご加護ってやつ
I can't interact with this glowing rock. Or... Oh... Which I need to interact with all the others as well, because they give us chests. Wait, can I not? No, I can't dig here.
What?
Oh, and he shows you that you are supposed to go up to do the thing that I did. I can't dig at this spot. Shoot, am I cooked?
任せて
Alright, Park has a claymore, so we should actually demolish the slime.
戦利品か。冒険の褒美だと思って取っとけ。よっと。
There's a box in a box. And in the box, there's a slime.
よっ。 好きなものがあれば持ってっていいぞ。
They're doing every single spot, so I guess I'm just supposed to attack this. Yeah, here we go. That's why there was no chest. That's why there was no dig option, rather, in this spot. Because we weren't supposed to dig it, we were supposed to just hit it. Okay, so we got the iron key again. This one is red though, because it's Kuvaki empowered. Robbing tunnels that no one would realistically visit of their wooden chests just for a handful of primos. I mean, it's better to rob a place like this than some like high traffic places, no? Because it's not like anybody else would come grab those primos. Whoa! That was cool. I like that. Another puzzle. Whoa! What just happened? They gone. The Sapon Wizard digs the dirt. It's hurried form unseen. The key is given darkly where the moving shadows screen. Let clanging iron coins fall and hold right at its feet. A forceful claim may yet yield a bounty sweet. And after any text, the little ones have piggy tastes, so use what they like to tease out their trays. Not this one. They're just throwing coins at weasels. Not this one either. Is it always the last one? Or actually, it's none of these. Oh no, it's this one. I guess it gives you the key after you've gotten every weasel. Sure. Meat! Oh wait, what? I can grab the meat. We have run out of iron coins. Unfortunate. Ooh. Red Miller's great treasure. Oh, I can't pick up the thing yet. So shiny! Yeah, we're gonna be so rich! We don't need to take any more commissions of the Adventurers Guild. Let's go take a look. Elysium's final treasure added to the archive. Oh, the thingy activate automatically. Kinda lame. I like activating them by myself. Always feels satisfying to come up and it turns from red to blue. Another Wizard Thief statue. If only I had another couple of special coins. What? Oh boy. That's a lot of text. Let me get more water first. One day we will get rich. Every quest still kinda assumes we are poor. Sometimes some NPC is like, oh my god, my life is like ruined. If only I had 100,000 mora, I could like turn it around. And we're like, oh yeah, tough luck. Not like I have 20 million on me. Some beggar will be like, do you have like 3 mora to spare? And we pretend like we don't. The arrangement of the treasure vault is pretty much complete. Without the help of those little weasel friends, I have no idea how to transport so many iron coins here without anyone noticing. So to commemorate their service and hard work, I will call these little critters weasel thieves, and grant them the title of official treasure hoarders from now on. Just kidding. If Miss Alia knew, in the afterlife, that I was just giving wild weasels such absurd names, she'd probably jump right off the Pillar of Hembla and beat me up. There is no way I can call them that. Unless of course I were to write poetry in the future and fail to come up with any other name, or if no other name would make the rhythm and meter work. I guess nothing else worked, because these guys are weasel thieves. I have to say, Father had a real eye for hiding secret funds. This place is so well concealed that not only would it be unlikely for anyone to stumble upon it, even wild weasels would have a hard time squeezing in here without guidance. It's such a pity that his foresight has only ever extended so far. Even when Rotwang used him up to the hilt, he never harbored the slightest suspicion. Ultimately, the secret funds he hid here back then were only stolen because those two old geezers, Avrelian and Sylvester, came snooping around and coaxed the words out of me. By Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, I was only 5 years old. 2 young men playing good cop and bad cop, using both card and stick to get a 5-year-old to talk. What normal human could come up with that? Actually, forget humans. What normal fae, djinn, silly, spectre, lockfolk, phantasm, or whatever creature would even think of this? Sacred airs of the Frostmoon Silence indeed, what rotten immoral behavior. Father chewed me out for 3 days afterwards, and even the Petrichor vacation I've been promised got washed out. That said, that place got washed out later too. What's even more infuriating is that when I brought this up to Sylvester a while ago, he actually claimed he couldn't recall how he deceived me back then, just that Aurelian claimed to want the children to lead better lives. I completely understand their thoughts and actions. Return all the wealth father had plundered to those poor children. It was the right thing to do, but really, did they have to do it through me? Was I really the sole avenue through which a breakthrough could have been made, gentlemen? Besides, and Sylvester probably doesn't know this, the secret funds they stole, pretending to be chivalrous outlaws who robbed the rich to help the poor, were back in father's coffers in less than 3 days. Several times the original amount, extorted from other sources. Those self-important profiteers can always rake in wealth without lifting a finger, while the venal psychopaths who surround them twist it into proof of their master's innate diligence and wisdom. No one could become that rich otherwise, surely. The game of robbing the rich to feed the poor only adds weight to the shackles of the impoverished. As Miss Alia's terrifyingly gloomy sister once told me, no matter how pure the water of goodwill, if it falls on soil poisoned with malice, seeds of evil are the only things that will grow. Avrelian probably realized this eventually, but his Elysium, no matter how firmly he believed it existed on Earth, remained much too far from those truly suffering in poverty. After all, how can someone who was never known a moment of kindness, someone constantly insulted and harmed, be expected to believe they should love their neighbor, or even their enemies? Neither Aurelian nor Miss Alia had ever answered that question. They were both kind people who imagined people to be better than they really were, believing that virtues and ideals could overcome the evil bred by circumstance. Unfortunately, I am just a selfish nobleman, and I lack their kindness. I suspect Aurelian felt the same. After all, in his eyes, there has probably only ever been one truly kind noble in this world. The things I've witnessed leave me unable to hold such idealistic confidence in human nature. It's barely been a decade since Miss Alia's sacrifice, and those bandits who scattered like frightened birds and beasts have already begun brazenly misusing Aurelian's words to justify their atrocities against the innocent. Whether it's wandering merchants barely scraping by, or overworked laborers starving for the next meal, anyone could be branded a lackey of princes, or a traitor who betrays his brothers and neighbors, and therefore ripe for their noble robbery. Those who came before overcame evil with noble ideals. Now the bandits who claim to be their successors wave the same banner, declaring that anyone who opposes them is an enemy of those noble ideals, thus embodying the very evil that was once defeated. I can send the bandits who committed the atrocities in the name of Reed Miller and oppressed the laboring poor to the Eye of Krati, where they will sleep with the fishes for good. In fact, I have already done so. But what about after I die? Who can guarantee that those once noble ideals won't be twisted into crimes even I can imagine? Alachmar could not guarantee it. Erinius could not guarantee it. Shabalanke could not guarantee it. The noble lord of Mondstadt aristocracy failed to guarantee it. Nor can the Frostmoon Science guarantee it. And some so-called master thief Reed Miller will surely fail to guarantee it. Evil comes from humanity as naturally as honey from a hive. I'm neither Aurelian, nor Sylvester, nor Miss Alia, who enchants me so. I cannot place all my hope in human nature or the way they did. I don't want the name of Master Thief Reed Miller to fade into history, forgotten by all. What's more, I don't want that name, and the ideals it once stood for, to be twisted by future villains and reviled by the public. Hence, there is only one solution I can think of. Let these so-called ideals be buried by history. Let us smother them beneath countless contradictory, absurd, laughable yet irresistible stories, until every trace of meaning is worn away and only a sweeping legend remains. This way, anyone who commits evil in our name will never be mistaken for a serious idealist. Rather, they shall be dismissed as childish dreamers, drunk on romantic tales. Greed always outlasts ideals. At least that's what I believe. As long as the tale of the greatest treasure continues to be told, there will always be gamblers dreaming of making a fortune overnight, repeating the name of the master thief Reed Miller endlessly. Better harmless name, one that lets the poor laugh from the heart, one that gives them just a little more courage to face tomorrow, than a banner that villains would seek to claim. If the rebels of some future age truly need a new banner, they will find a hero who belongs to their own time. And whatever that hero's name may be, it should never be Master Thief Reed Miller. Whew. Oh, I didn't want to fall down. Where's all Demora? There's just a bunch of iron coins? Hey, my chest! It was hiding here all along. There will be more chests hiding under all these coins, but between the two of us, we'll be digging forever. I didn't go to the statue first like I was supposed to. Sequence break, oh no. Okay, there was something here. Some note. Somewhere. Where was it? I saw something I could read. This may be. I never imagined. Hello, Ronan. Yes, you are first, as you can see. Everybody else is fake. You are the only person. Thus, you are the first person. We are all just figments of your imagination, anyways. I never imagined that someone would find the treasure vault just 3 weeks after I'd set it up. What surprised me even more was that I actually recognized the person. I never thought I would run into him here. Dmitry Dubrovich Sukhotin, trusted aide of the Grand Duke Filipov, third-class military officer, chief instructor of the Sneznayan Royal Military Academy. If I remember correctly, he was promoted to this position the year Avrelian enrolled, occupying said cushy lucrative position until the Khanrian disaster. He would even hold foreign dignitaries occasionally, such as the commander-in-chief of Fontaine's Great White Armada, the Grandmaster of Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius. In short, he was a real show-off. According to official records, he had long since died alongside His Majesty the Tsar, sacrificing himself for the nation. Not this anything new, even Avrelian once appeared as deceased in the records. One can always rely on the unreliability of Sneznaya's civil system. What surprised me was that the old man before me seemed almost entirely different from the spirited, haughty and overbearing officer I once remembered. I don't know what he endured, but he looked far more gaunt and aged than his years. The moment he saw me, his first instinct was to draw his sword and strike. Luckily I reacted in time, parrying his blade with Avrelian's gauntlet and shouting his name. He froze for a moment, muttering incoherently for a while. It was as if he hadn't used human speech in ages. Finally he forced out his first phrase, asking who I was. I spent a long time talking with the old man. He said he no longer remembered me, but he remembered my father's name, of course. He'd abandoned his own noble title and name long ago, choosing instead to spend the rest of his life protecting the children at the borderlands. Those homeless children wandering through wastelands. At first I thought he built a shelter. I didn't recognize the children and had never even seen him. He slew the wicked villains who sought to harm them, out of their sight. As for why he did that, what truly happened in Khanria, and how he ended up in Nod-krai, he refused to say. Naturally I didn't press further. The old man had absolutely no interest in treasure, and hadn't even heard of the rumors I spread about the great treasure. He simply felt that something was off about this place, suspected it was a slaver's camp, and, following his instincts, stormed in with the intention of taking me out on the spot. After I finished explaining the thought process behind the treasure vault, the old man fell silent for a moment. He said that if a student had proposed such a ridiculous scheme back when he was chief instructor, he would have thrown it straight back and ordered them to start over. As for now, he didn't finish speaking, simply living in silence. The old man's right. If someone else were to stumble in here the same way, guided by nothing but sharp instincts, then this entire plan would be pointless. I need a way to make this place nearly impossible to find, yet draw people towards more attainable goals. I've got an idea, but first I need to talk to Ayla and see if she's willing to help me. She probably would. After all, turning the story of Master Thief Reed Miller into the proof of the Goguen-sentai, at least that's what I will call it for now, would also serve as a tribute to Miss Alia. Oh, and there is the other one I saw, actually. Oops. Message from Reed Miller. Could be fake. Yeah, because the proof of the Goguen-sentai were made up after Reed Miller already had died, I think. Like, Brahe came up with this. But I'm not sure if Reed Miller was already dead by then or not yet. Maybe not, maybe yes. To you, my esteemed guest who has gathered all the proof of the Goguen-sentai. If you are reading this note, it means you've successfully solved my puzzle. Congratulations, well done. Now the legendary great treasure you are looking for is right in front of you. You are welcome, please enjoy yourself. These unclaimed riches are the spoils due to the Goguen-sentai. However, as the founder of Treasure Hoarders, I would like to give you one more piece of advice. No matter who you are, exposing mountains of wealth to the light of day, flaunting it in pursuit of glory and vanity, thereby attracting the envy and covetous eyes of countless onlookers, is not a wise move. Please take these treasures, which belong to you alone, away quietly. Then remove this note and pretend you never found anything. Let people believe that the proof of the Sentai still lies scattered across every corner of this continent, waiting to be gathered by those fortunate few chosen by fate. Let the story continue to circulate. Let those who dream of sudden riches continue their hard work. This way, the wealth you've obtained after countless trials will sit much more safely in your hands. Oh, wait, what?
運命の変わり目任せて
Wait, this guy kinda
今は
tanky?
俺が守れ
足元に気を
He's not taking damage.
よっとよっもっと激しく
Wait, there were wizards with mud balls next to me. For some reason. That's number 5. Wait, who do you mean number 5? Huh? Have I found 4 before? Or they already have 3 to start with? Is there a third note thingy from Brahe?
ついてこれるか
We found 1 and 2. It seems pretty complete, to be honest, though. I kinda know the
つ
story
い
of
て
this
これ
place
る
now.
か
Oh, there is a chest, though. Just a common chest. And yeah, from up here you see this note, but I've already read it. That was the note number 2. I cannot go further here. There is nothing else. Okay, this is the one I already read, right? Oh no, they are 4! What? Where is 3 then? Oh boy. Now I need to look for note number 3 before I read the 4. That was 2 over there actually. This is the fake note. Oh boy. So, we do not know the whole story. So that was 2. 1 was somewhere on the way here. 1 was here. Maybe 3 will be somewhere on the ground actually. Because I haven't walked around here much yet. How hidden would it be? The number 4 was quite hidden actually. So I mustn't rule out hard to reach places. It should show up as bright. The little note, I hope. If it's here somewhere. I mean, it should also be shiny from afar. So it shouldn't be that hard to spot it. There are more blue crystals, but I don't think I can interact with them. Like that one time.
しっかりついてこいよ
Where could it be? I want to read them one after another, and I definitely want to read them all. Didn't find anything down there. see the one I've already noticed, number 4. Hello, what? Maybe it could be like there somewhere still and I missed it. Where's the squats? One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Could preventing finality or running it as an admin fix a long loading screen? The game is always run as an admin anyways, you can't launch it otherwise. Like the Hoyo launcher needs admin privileges to work. So that wouldn't fix it because it's already there. Thank you! Definitely not caught for the follow. Oh, you're talking about a different game, okay. It probably wouldn't help, but verifying file integrity could help. I've not been here in years. I look as old as ever. New glasses? These are 4 years old. I'm actually getting new ones next month. Or maybe even this month? I already ordered them and they will be ready shortly. But yeah, these are still old glasses. But I guess, I mean, if you haven't been here for 5 years or something... Wait, when did I start streaming? I started streaming in 1.6. So maybe back when I started streaming I had different glasses, but that was like really long ago. You have probably seen me in these ones already. Do I want to wish? If I wanted to, I would just click this button. Is Durin co-op? I love my Durin. Durin is definitely strong. You are trying out Enfield. They have very bad performance issues with installing an older NVIDIA driver and such. Nothing helps, your specs are way over the recommended. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes gacha games just run badly. Or games overall. Where is the... There has to be a note number 3, no? Somewhere. Because note number 1 was like there. Note number 2, here. Note number 4. Where is 3? Do I just read 4 without reading 3 first? That's kinda scuffed. On your account, I don't like logging into other people's accounts. This is not a note. This is a message from the legendary thief. Maybe this is note 3 in disguise. This is here, note 1. Yeah, I know, man, I can find it. I just read number 4. Sylvester's departed in the end. This should be the last time I returned here to pen notes. So this is the final one, but where's the third? I was planning to burn everything I'd written before, but after burning half of it, I thought about it and gave up on the endeavor. Maybe the third one has been burned. Better to leave something behind. because apart from this, there is really nothing else. In accordance with his own wishes, his funeral was remarkably quiet. The handful of lightkeepers he trained personally shed no tears for him, which is understandable. If I could live to his age, free from illness and disaster, returning peacefully to the earth, I wouldn't want others to weep for me either. Besides, lightkeepers are well accustomed to parting with the dead. Ayla didn't come to his funeral. I assumed she had no idea, so I made a special trip to Hisi Island. The place had been nearly demolished, with only the central Grand Temple and the tower to the north remaining. Her maid, whose name I cannot recall, though I remember Ayla saying that she was an adopted orphan from foreign lands, spoke to me timidly, saying that the Lady Moonchanter had long known of my coming and was aware of the Lightkeeper's affairs. She had no intention of seeing me and asked me to leave. If she doesn't want to see me, so be it. Not that there would be much to say if we did meet anyway. I want to pull in your account? No, like I said, I don't like logging into people's accounts overall. Gacha accounts are not meant to be shared with strangers online. I will look up Brache's Notes 3 on like the Genshin wiki, because I want to see what they say. What if that's like a hidden reward after you finish the quest or something? There's a location PNG, but there is no image? Oh, location context. Huh? They're on like a ship. Is there a ship here? Oh, this is a ship. This whole thing is a ship. Right? There is the mast thingy. But where is the... Huh? It's like a big wooden part of it. Maybe after I interact with this, the coins will drain away or something. And then it will reveal the nodes. I think it has to be it, and I wasted my time searching. Yep. That's exactly what happens. The ship was under all that. That weird pole we saw before must have been something. Why a ship? Who cares? The great treasure could be aboard. Suspense is killing Paimon. And you actually need to read the notes as part of the quest even. So there are some treasures here. Not terrible. So I wasted a lot of time. Why would they put 4 there? Whatever. Rumors about proof of the Kugen Sentai have been spread. Once people know that a key exists, they won't go out of their way to find alternative means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came up empty-handed. Then spread them under the names of Brahe the Bard and the Grand Duke Trubetskoy. That should be more than enough to convince future generations of the necessity of seeking the proof of the Kugen Sentai. Like his greedy father, the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy heard rumors of the treasure and schemed to seize even the gifts of the master, the master thief had left for the poor. And what magnificent treasure it was! More splendid than the gold of Hisi, more dazzling than the silver of Kitzesgard. Even the flesh and blood of the Lord of Geo could scarcely measure its worth. Such was the vast hoard of iron coins that the master thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Wait, that's not right. If I were to list the treasure's contents outright, some people would lose interest. Such was the treasure that the master thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Even a bard with such nimble lips and silver tongue as I could scarcely recount it in full. Alright, that will do. And lastly, I will spin something about how the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy was effortlessly bested by the master thief's companion, a beauty known as Wagtail. As long as it's written in a sufficiently dashing manner, I'm sure Miss Alia wouldn't mind. Look, it mentions Brahe over here. He was the one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency here back in the day. That means a mountain of these things could truly be called a great treasure. If only we'd come here a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich. But iron coins aren't worth much more these days. As they say, value lies in scarcity. Exactly, so if we can find this prototype iron coin he wrote about, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Paimon bets we could get a pretty penny for that one. But we don't know where it's buried. Are we really supposed to dig up this whole place by ourselves? We'll get a dressing down from the Black Barrel Hag if we don't. Oh yeah, you're right. We mustn't get on the wrong side of her. You might be able to handle her attacks, but Paimon will have to fly far, far away. And speaking of the Black Barrel Hag, now that Paimon has seen Brahe's notes and all these iron coins, she finally understands why that old lady wants to bring back the good old days. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Paimon thinks we are living in a pretty wonderful time too. You and Paimon and all the friends we've met on our journey. This is our golden age. That's probably how Tolkien feels as well. He chose not to share the full story of the treasure hoarders with us because he didn't want us to bear the weight of expectation. It looks like this adventure ends here. Getting all 5 proof of the Cognoscenti wasn't easy, and Paimon knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she can't help feeling a little disappointed. By the way, why do you think this ship is here? Perhaps it sank under the weight of a greed it could not bear. Maybe it's a ship of dreams that ran aground before it ever set sail. It would be risky to sail with all those heavy coins on board. Even if they didn't sink, they might get robbed. Oh, but this is a treasure hoarder ship. They're usually not the ones who would need to be scared. That's such a shame. Even though this ship is hundreds of years old, it still looks almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a boat as big as this, don't you think? I'll be the captain, and Paimon, you can be the chief mate. Aye, Captain Jan. Tying the jeep to the mizzenmast and raising the port side anchor to the load line, Captain. How convincing is Paimon's chief mateyness? Come on, take the helm and let's set sail. I'm supposed to take the helm. However, that's something I'll do next time. Since already pretty late. Time actually passed by pretty quickly today. Sometimes I will be like struggling to think up of things to do and stuff. Today, I mean, I spent quite a lot of time dressing up my teapot. So, yeah. I guess that's why it feels like it flew quickly. Let's do Genshin Duel. Yesterday was Aloy, the one, the only. Polar from way below 3.4 could be Raiden Shogun. Oh, I really expected it would be Toma. Someone told you the Master of the Nightwind is a tribe of weirdos? Huh? Who else is there? Thought I was the only one. Auroron. It has to be Auroron. Auroron is so precious, man. What is this? Maybe like a doll of some sorts? Could be a Chiori doll? No, Chiori dolls look different, I think. Maybe it's like a paper talisman or a bird? What if it's Xian Yun's burst? No. Dory? No, Candice. Yeah, nice. Hog Rider haircut. No. Baiju. Easy. I mean, this is just like medicine snake thingy. Yeah. Shui. No. Distraction with this mat, so not long, not high above. What was the first distraction we got? Firefly. Or Misha, actually. It's probably Misha. Yeah. I think Firefly has a different mat. There is always a paradise that needs to be built. The vow is like the sun in the sky. Perhaps I will melt and fall before reaching it. But some hardships I must endure. Mr. Paradise Builder Sunday. What is this? Explosives? Wait, what? Huh? Oh yeah, Guinaifen. Guinaifen's firework thingies. Boom? Is this Guinaifen again? No. Boom sword? Boom and sword? Yunli? Her sword goes boom. Yeah, okay. Almost got triple one-shots. Still gets the Yunli one pretty quickly. Piper. There were some Zenless leaks that we are gonna get a new attribute. Just as I talked about... just as I talked about it yesterday. How I wouldn't see them adding another one. Or rather how it would be bad for the players if they added another one. I definitely could see them adding a new one, especially now that we know there will be a new one. Seed. Oh, it's just seed. Yeah, perfect. Full skill. Okay, so thank you everybody very much for watching, but this will be the end of the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day at 8 PM CET, which is 3 hours before now. You can join the Discord server to get stream notifications and the like. Tomorrow I'll be streaming Genshin again, however, I might do like a little Star Rail detour to pull. To do like some pulls in Star Rail. Because I think I want to get Yao Guang's Light Cone. Although I don't know, my whole pull plans for Star Rail have been like demolished. By the garbage global passive thingy. Oh, the streamer is fighting Vivian of the Lake. Cheesing them with Diona? Oh, they are doing it in co-op. Oh my. Okay, so yeah. I hope you'll have a great day and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.